Hey everyone, welcome back. I am the Electrical Code Coach. Let's jump right into Wireway and Trough fill. I don't call it box fill, even though they're technically boxes, because we're going to calculate it like pipe fill. So instead of using cubic inches, we're going to use square inches, but we'll dive into that here in just a little bit. First, let's look at the definition of a wireway. Now, this is a paraphrased definition. Definitely consult the NEC for the actual definition. They're metallic troughs equipped with either hinged or detachable lids designed to encase and safeguard electrical wires and cables. Once the raceway system is fully set up, the conductors are then positioned within it. And this is what we're talking about here. Whether you call it a gutter, a trough, whatever, a wireway, whatever you want to call it, this is what we're talking about today, and this is what we're going to be discussing, the conductor fill thereof. So let's go ahead and lay the ground rules for gutter fill. Thankfully, there's only one rule, and that rule says that the sum total, the cross-sectional area of conductors, shall not exceed 20% of the area of the box. And we're going to learn how to break that down piece by piece. So let's imagine that this is a 12-inch by 12-inch by 6-foot wireway. We're actually going to take those two dimensions, the depth and the width, not the length, excuse me. We will take the depth and the width, not the length, and we'll figure out our area. So we're going to go ahead and take that. So this would be a 12 by 12. That'll give us 144 inches. Now the code states that we are required to only utilize 20% of that. And how we would calculate that is by taking 144 multiplied by 0.20, and that's going to give us 28.8 square inches to fill, just like we're doing pipe fill. Then what we would do to find our conductor is we would head to Chapter 9, Table 5, and you can do that. Now you can learn about this and more at electricalexamcoach.com. If you've not learned about pipe fill, head over and take our pro version. You can take the free version or the paid version when you're ready to get your license. Let's go ahead and get to it. What is the total area you can fill an 8 by 8 wireway that is 4 feet long servicing 3 electrical HVAC disconnects? Our code tells us that it's a 20% max area that we're allowed to fill. So we take our 8 by 8 and that equals 64. Then to find out the percentage we're allowed to fill, we just multiply it by 0.20. That gives us 12.8 and we'll select B. Great job. How many 600 casing mil THHN copper conductors can you fit inside of an 8 by 8 wireway that's 4 feet long, servicing 3 electrical HVAC disconnects? So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our 20% area. We take 8 by 8, multiply that by 0.20, and that lets us know that we have 12.8 square inches available to fill. Then we're going to head to Chapter 9, Table 5 for our conductor properties. We find our table and we find our insulation, which is THHN. We start on the left-hand side. We come down and find 600 casing mil and then come over and tee off with our value. And each one is 0.8676. Then all we have to do is take our area available to fill and divide it by our individual conductor. And that'll let us know that we can fit 14 600 kc mils inside of this wireway. We're always going to round down in these situations to make sure that we're down to the whole conductor. We're not going to have 0.75 of a conductor. Great job. How many 500 kc mil THHN copper conductors can you fit inside of a 6 by 6 wireway that's 6 feet long, servicing 2 electrical pump disconnects? So we know that we have to take 20% of our total area. We take a 6 by 6, multiply it by 0.20, and that lets us know that we have 7.2 inches left to fill. Now we're going to head to Chapter 9, Table 5. We find our conductor properties for 500 kc mil THHN, and it's going to be 0.7073 per 500. And what we're going to do is we take our total area available to fill, divide it by 0.7073, and that's going to let us know that we can fit 10 conductors inside of this wireway. And we're going to select D. Great job. What size wireway would be required to fit 2 600 kc mil, 2 4-aught, and 3 4-gauge THWN copper conductors? So what we're going to do is we're going to find the individual values of each conductor by heading to Chapter 9, Table 5. We take our 600 kc mils and multiply them by 2. Then we take our 4-aughts, multiply them by 2. Then we take our number 4 and multiply them by 3. Then all we have to do is total all the sums together. Now let's find a box that fits them. So 2.6298 is our total area that we're taking up. Now all we have to do is take our 4 answers, A, B, C, or D, start with the smallest box, and find one until it fits. 6 by 6 equals 36. We have to then take 20% of that. That equals 7.2. So that is plenty big enough to fit our 2.6298 inches inside this box. And we're going to select A. That's it for this topic. I'm super excited for you in your journey. If there's anything I can do to help you in life or business, you can always just email me at electricalcodecoach@gmail.com. We offer the #1 free electrical program. You can head over to electricalexamcoach.com and right there on the homepage, click the free version. But when you're really ready to get your license, we've got the recipe. You just follow the steps. We have practice tests. We have other features that it'll unlock, and it's the recipe. It's just like baking a cake. If you put all the ingredients in and wait the proper amount of time, you're going to get the same cake 10 times out of 10. Same thing here. If you'll do the stuff, you'll get the results. Let's get to it.